Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm Terry at Holding Your Space, and we have today Teri Lee with us, pure visionary psychic medium.
Thank you so much, Terry. We have the power of the Terrys today. I love it.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
really honored to be on your channel and to participate with those in your chat today.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. I'm so excited, and I never meet another Teri hardly.
I know. It's great, isn't it? We should have like a secret society of Terrys, don't you think?
Yeah, two Terrys. It's like a natural, a
Yeah.
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, hey, Rossi, nice to see
Hi,
you, dear.
Rossi.
Um, anyway, we have some similarities in our background, so it's really fun. Um, and I'm so excited that you came on because I hadn't seen you before you were on with Allie.
Oh, wow.
And and I don't know why, but this algorithm, I've talked about this with other readers. That
Hmm.
algorithm is just crazy. That all of a sudden I'll see somebody, I'm like, where have they been?
That does happen. And wow. Thanks, YouTube. But
Yeah.
apparently we were meant to find each other. And I've really enjoyed a couple of your shows and I'm really
Aw,
excited to be here today.
thanks. I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah.
Hi, Julie. Hi, Carol. Yeah, right. Terry to the 90th power times 72. That's part of our mantra series that we're working on. So, hi, Pierrette and T Barb. Nice to see you. Yeah.
Great.
So, anybody that wants a reading later on, I'll start starring them. And I thought we'd do a chat for a little bit because I think everybody's going to already know you, Terry. I think you were in everybody else's algorithm but mine.
I
I was looking at.
see a few people I don't know, and
Oh,
it's
do you?
wonderful. Yeah,
Okay,
I
well,
do.
good,
Yeah,
good.
it's great.
Yeah, and we're streaming to both channels, you
Mhm.
guys. So, Terry's the other Terry's information is
Terry, you can call me Terry Lee.
Terry
That's
Lane.
I kind of adopted that.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds great, Terry
yeah,
and Terry.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, Rossi. Yeah, I'll start starring. And you know me, everybody. Well, most of you do. Um, if you see me, if you haven't heard your reading, then go ahead and put it in again, or you can always ask me if it's in there. Um, so I had a few questions like, how did this come to you, this psychic stuff? Is this from day one or the intuitive part of you, that strength or that awakening, whatever you want to call it?
I would just love it if I could say, yes, it was magical. I was born. I knew. And I was a very spiritual child. I'll put it that way. My father was an alcoholic, and he had real anger issues. And my mother was a devout Christian, a woman of faith, lived to be 102. Very special
Wow.
mom. And so the church ended up being my sanctuary because that was someplace I could predict what was going to happen because I couldn't predict what was going to happen at home. I think I developed a lot of empathetic abilities because when you're in a home like that, you learn to tune in to see what's coming next. You know, you get plan A, B, and C, and you work it that way. But my mother, she was such a prayer warrior and really embedded that into me as a child, and also my other siblings. We were all very into church, so um, I had that feeling, and I knew as a child, even I remember being 3 or 4 years old discussing eternity with my older sister.
That's
So
beautiful.
I
Yeah.
knew that, and I've always heard things, but I never really realized, I always thought, well, that's an angel, or, I didn't really understand about spirit guides, but I always felt protected because I was in kind of a dangerous situation. I could always count on them. I would always go in my room and pray. And that got me through. So, you know, very close to the creator. in the sense that I always knew I was loved. I was greatly and dearly loved. And that sort of propelled me forward through my life. Now, I had a lot of different experiences. I worked in computers. I programmed computers for Boeing when I lived in Washington. And then I came back to my home state of Idaho and ended up working in publishing. And then I got into photography. Oh, and I built websites for a while. And then I got into photography. And all this time I was going through a very terrible first marriage and understanding about what that is to give your power away to someone. I learned a lot through it. I grew a lot through it. It was extremely painful, but I'm okay. I'm here. And I raised 3 beautiful, beautiful children. I wouldn't have it any other way. And then eventually I met my second husband, who is just amazing. And we are cohorts in everything we do. We love adventure, and we love that feeling of just what's coming next, and the joy of life. So I started to feel at a young age that there were some things that I wasn't made aware of.
Right.
I started when I was young. I'm going to say 12 or 13. I don't know. I went in that back corner of the library and discovered the mystical and metaphysical section.
Oh.
Edgar Casey. I've just always been drawn to it. Always been drawn to it. And so I kept that on the back burner with my family, but always been drawn to psychic mediums. I've followed them most of my life and never really thought that it was me. However, I started to notice in the latter part of my life, I would be like, talking to someone or counseling with someone, and I would say things I knew did not come from me. I would say things and go, hey, that's good. I'm going to have to remember that. It wasn't me. And now I know I was channeling guides.
Yeah.
I know it now. And so oddly enough, I was at just this position in my life where I was really reaching out and seeking. And then I heard about some classes by Medium Kim and Susan Lin, who are amazing. They're amazing teachers. I don't see them doing classes anymore, and it kind of breaks my heart because they're really good. And wow, I just I gobbled it all up, everything and anything they could give me. And then Deborah Katz has an amazing book, You Are Psychic, and I got a hold of that. So, I mean, I'm a Libra. You should see my library. I don't know. I was just thinking the other day, I should probably break loose a few of these books, but just a real seeker. And so when I started to train, I realized, wow, we all have these gifts. We can welcome them in. We can study. We can release them. And I'll never forget, we did practices in class, right? And I was reading for a lady. This was the turning moment for me. And she was just kind of generally asking for a reading. And I felt like there was someone there. And I spoke his name, and she went, oh. And I went, oh. And that was it. I was really hooked. I was really hooked. And then taking some classes in shamanism and just continuing to grow and realizing that if you ask, the creator of the universes will honor your intention. And that's before every show, before every reading, I do a little ceremony, and I ask that the creator honors my intention to be a vessel for any messages that need to come through, and a conduit of the energy of the creator of the universes. So
I love that. I love that.
It's good.
So on your book, so what are your 3 favorite books?
Oh my
If you were on a desert island,
oh my goodness,
you need to have.
You can't ask a Libra that question. Favorite ones? I don't know. I keep getting new favorite ones. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard. I'll tell you, turning point books for me. Destiny of Souls was a big one for me last year, and that just blew my mind. And I just that's kind of what was the sponsor for the spark that started my soul sessions episodes that I have. And it just it really grabbed me. And it really helped me as a reader to recognize, more things when I was reading and to sense more things and to kind of know what's going on over in the soul world. It's amazing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's been a really big one for me. Right offhand, I'm going to say Deborah Katz's book really was the seed that gave me some real good tools to be a
Mhm.
psychic, and I appreciated that book very much. And then I can name 1,000. My latest is Mooji, Mooji. I just got his book White Fire, and I love it because it's separated into just little sayings, and I can open
Mm.
this book up and get the saying that's for me today, and it's really nice. That's really a great book. So check that out.
I
So,
will. I love that, Muji. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Really interesting. Um, yeah, so, um, I love that, we all try to give our kids everything that we can, and coming through that, like I grew up in the Catholic Church,
yeah.
so automatically went back to the Catholic Church, which my kids want nothing to do with at this point.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people in their generation, they're, like,
Yes.
done with it. They're done
Yes.
with organized religion, and
Hmm.
it's fine if somebody finds comfort in it, because I still do find comfort going back to,
Yes.
mass with some of my aunts or something, and,
Hmm.
hearing the prayers, and it's just like a mantra, isn't it? But it is a
It is.
comforting thing.
It is. As I got into metaphysical stuff deeper and deeper, I did recognize the fact that I still need those things that soothe my soul. The
Yeah,
Lord's Prayer.
beautiful mantra.
I love
Beautiful
it.
mantra.
And I had this weird experience one night. I was just all uptight and I couldn't quite meditate my way out of it. And I just started to say the Lord's Prayer in my head. And I felt the moment. Okay, I'm going to sound out there now, folks, but I felt the moment that the disciples looked up and said, Lord, teach us to pray. And that desire in their heart to connect with God. Ooh, it gave me chills. And it reminded me this is a very important prayer because I think it solidifies not only things that we learned in childhood, but it's that statement of faith that we have in the Creator that we
Yeah,
can go and ask. Yeah,
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 that's beautiful. It really is, isn't it? Knowing that, we're never alone, that we
ab-
always have that foundation
absolutely.
is really nice to have, and whatever anybody wants to do with that. Um, so how did you start this process? Like, getting the channel? What was the
Okay.
wh what just popped out one
What
day?
moment of craziness
Kind of,
spurred this
yeah.
on?
That's what
I
mine
was
was.
It was interesting. I was getting ready to go away. We go away, my husband and I, my family, we go away to the mountains and the lake, and that's our vacation thing. We don't have the
Beautiful.
opportunity to travel a lot, so that's it. It's very
Yeah.
close. And we were preparing to do this, and I kept hearing the guide say, you need to start doing now. You need to break out now. You should be on YouTube. I had a couple readings from people who said, yeah, it's there. It's right in front of you. And I just kind of, I got things to do. I got to pack. I got kids. And they just wouldn't let it go like this. We call it the nudge, right? They
Mhm.
just wouldn't let it go. And so I'm actually in the mountains and I'm going to breakfast with my older daughter. And I just felt like, this is it. You've got to do it. You've got to set it up. So I was in the cell range and I started looking it up and deciding that this was the direction I was going to go. And when I came back, I began to work on it. And you and I talked before the show. We have some technical skills, which I really love. I really love it. But what I love most of all is, the creator honoring that intention I have to help people and be there and bring the message across. There is nothing that gives me greater joy than doing readings for people. It's the best. It really is.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm
yeah,
here.
I love that.
And
I
all
think
you out there.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, everybody here.
Our
I feel
community.
like we all answered that call for help when the earth sent that out, when Gaia sent that out.
Yeah, I call that a
It's like,
spiritual phenomenon.
isn't that amazing? Yeah,
It was
there's
just
so
like a
many people
flower
here.
blossoming. All of a sudden, we're all here.
I love that. Yeah, all the lotus blossoms, the flower of
Mhm.
life. Is that the flower of life behind you? Is it lotus blossoms? Your mom got that.
I think it's a
Oh my God.
it's
The
a
sun, the
mystical
moon, and
thing.
the
Yeah.
stars. That is my
Oh, look at that.
Terry.
Beautiful.
We gotta
Ooh.
stop meeting like this.
Getting chills, girlfriend.
I know, right? That's so funny. Yeah, that is a Buddhist sutra, the
Yes.
sun, the moon, and the stars.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
So,
thank you.
yeah,
Yeah. Um,
beautiful.
yeah, I love that symbolism. I'm really
Yeah,
big into that. I have
yeah.
altars all over my house, and if you come into
Me
my house,
too.
you'll look and you'll see a little Buddha statue, an Indian picture from India, gorgeous. And then you come around, and then you have like the Southwest and all of the things there. And then I have Celtic crosses everywhere and masks. It's really strange, but that they give me comfort. It's something I feel like we kind of do that from our past lives. I've discussed this with past life readers, and
Yeah,
it's if you find yourself gathering things out there, think about why you're attracted to them. It could be from a past life.
yeah, definitely, definitely. I decorate all my altars with, not just stones and crystals, but also I am addicted to, uh, vintage jewelry
Oh,
and
nice,
finding beautiful shiny things. I like shiny things, just like energy, shiny things
awesome.
and vintage lighting, but I decorate all over the house. They're all decorated with that.
I can see that your
Oh,
room is beautiful.
oh, well, thank you. Lauren says, Terry Lee is the first one that connected me with my mom after she transitioned. She saw her hair styled perfectly.
Oh,
She went once a week and got her hair done for decades. Precious moment.
oh, thank you, Lori. Uh,
That is so sweet.
like I
I
said,
love
it's
that.
it's powerful stuff. It's powerful stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And Julie says, multicultural spiritual decor. Me too.
All right, Julie.
Julie, you got a new picture. I love it. That is beautiful. Right, Mary? Yeah, everybody. Lots of good stuff.
All
Lots of good
right.
stuff everywhere.
All right.
The more the merrier stuff. That's one of my issues. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
So what do you cue in it on? Is it like mediumship or is it readings or what's your favorite or what do you feel like is
Mm.
your thing that you like to zero in on? Or
Well,
is it
it's interesting. I stay wide open, and
yeah,
I have really clairaudience is my most powerful gift, and I can literally hear them tell me what to do. Um, I'll open up, and if someone asks for a reading from their guides, then I just open that up, and that comes through more like channeling, because I don't. It comes straight through me. I don't know how to describe it, and sometimes it comes really fast. And it's like I described before. I'll finish it and go, "Wow, that was guides. That was really cool."
yeah,
Um, mediumship comes through from that training in class, and having practice with other psychic mediums, and we read each other, and that helps and gets stronger. It's who steps forward. Sometimes I'll be doing a reading of guides, and I'll say, someone's here. I feel their presence. And all of us readers, we know sometimes we get, I don't know, what was one hijackers. That's what I call them. You can have a mediumship reading and be hijacked by someone who kind of doesn't belong there. So that's
yeah,
why validations are so important for the people out in the audience, because we need those validations to know we've got the right soul. I love that. It's all good. Oh, and sometimes they tell me to go with the tarot cards, and I I'm always blown away. What I do with tarot cards, I'll draw 3, and then I'll look at how they relate to each other, and then I'll hear them tell me what in this instance this card means for this person. And I'm really digging that, because it's amazing the cards that come out. So
That's amazing.
yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. I love that because you know, I I was taught tarot, but it wasn't an easy language for me to learn on.
Mhm.
But once I started reading them intuitively,
Yes.
that changed everything.
Hmm.
That really helped a lot. So I love that you said that.
Yeah.
Um, okay, and do you have like a daily practice, like, or is it just everything is a practice?
That's the way it should be.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes I get distractions. I have to say that the guides not too long ago told me, "We're serious, are you?" And told me to up my game, hone my skills, suit up, because we got some things to go through, and we're going through a lot right now. And they told me to really get serious about it. So I've been trying. If I can't meditate every day, I think I told you about it before the show. I'll grab a meditation. David G. DAVIDJI has some amazing free meditations. And today I didn't have much time. I was getting ready for the show. So I had a 4-minute meditation from him that was just amazing. And my daily practice when I wake up is to be grateful, and I thank the Creator for the wonderful opportunity to be on the planet at this time and the journey that I'm on right now. That's gratitude. I guess if I could say anything that I keep in the forefront of my mind, it's gratitude. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it changes your whole vibration, doesn't it?
it does. It does. It expands your aura. And then when you go out in the world, you affect whoever comes across you if you have that in your heart. Yeah.
Hypnicity, you're cracking me up. When I started my 12-step recovery from cake addiction, Merlin was my higher power.
All right, Merlin comes through.
I'm gonna have to call him up after my birthday last weekend. My niece sent me home with a big, huge cake. Oh, Rose Hill, welcome. She just subscribed
Hey.
to both of us.
Oh, hi, Rose.
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
TNT. Oh, hypnicity. She's on a roll today. Better watch out. She's hot.
Could I interject? Ethnicity, would you let us know how your husband's doing?
Oh,
She was
yeah.
on my show the other day, and I was so busy, and I was like, oh, I didn't ask her how her husband's doing.
Yeah.
I just hope he's doing well, dear. I really do. And I hope you're feeling relieved about that.
Yeah. I hope so too. Definitely. And so I love that, talking about raising our vibration. Oh, she says he's great.
Oh,
That is fabulous news.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes.
And so we were talking backstage about what we wanted to talk about today, and that brings that in, doesn't it?
It does.
And so, and I know if you're, we have these 4 soul questions, like, who am I? What am I? What do I want? What is my purpose?
Mhm.
And then the last one, the best one, is always, what am I grateful for?
Oh, yeah.
Because when you think about what you're grateful for, it just,
So many things.
yeah, your energy just goes up, 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 doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So what do you think about all this energy coming in? Let's get
Well,
the bones, girl.
well, we just had the full moon last night, the first one of August. We've got another one coming up. I think it's the last day of August, if I'm correct. And one thing I like to tell people, and I describe it when I let my dog out every morning, and he goes out and he stretches, looks around, sniffs to the left, looks around, he is aware of his environment, and sometimes we're so busy, get in the car, start it up, get to the freeway, change lanes. I mean, it's like we our minds can get stuck in a rut sometimes. It's really important to be aware. And it's so I'm a real science geek as well. I love to watch the sun. I mean, we have so much available to us right now. Why not?
Oh,
Why not check it out?
unbelievable.
You
Yeah.
have a minute. And if I know that there's a solar flare coming in and I might have some internet problems, or that might be why I've got this real weird ringing in my ear today, it's all good. It's just a solar flare or whatever. It's just important to be aware of your environment, not afraid, but aware. And so these full moons, and the 8/8 portal, the energies are really high. Um, and I could probably go through and say all the things that I have made notes about. But really, what the guides told me is, the message today is you have the ability to raise your vibration, to manifest. We manifest all the time. It's important, like being aware of your surroundings, but also being aware of your thoughts, right? Oh, I'm a kind of a kinetic person. Things really stick with me if I figure something out. So I started to picture like these negative thoughts, like being, cartoon bubbles.
Yeah, I
And
know
I just
those.
reach up and I go, that's not my thought. That is not my thought. That's not my
Oh, I'm gonna borrow that
It
one,
works.
Terry.
It
I
works.
love that. I love that.
It,
So, we've been talking a lot about that on that channel too, is that,
yeah.
ego coming in, and her or his or their names. If you name them, then that just takes you one more step of awareness,
Mhm.
and, not tied into that energy, that fear energy,
Yes.
or judgmental energy or whatever. So my ego is named Petunia,
Oh.
and and I know when Petunia starts talking,
That's
that
a good one.
self-judgment or whatever
Mhm.
it is.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, we see messages on both channels.
Mhm.
Yeah, sure, astrology happenings with Shanacia. That's a
Yes.
beautiful name, Shanacia.
See.
Ooh, I like that.
Yep.
Okay. So, well, yeah. So, and I think we were also talking about how third density and fifth density, or dimensions, however you want to say it,
Mhm.
um, we are already going through these changes on
Mhm.
different levels.
Mhm.
So there are parts of us that are already there in the fifth dimension, obviously, because there's no time or space, but also that there are times during the day when you're in deep meditation,
Yeah.
when you're sleeping, and
Yeah.
you're already accepting that 5D. So it's something that we really don't have to be scared of, do we? We
No.
don't really have to fear it because it's already here.
Right. I don't want to get scienced out and geeky, but yeah, science is actually starting to catch up with
Yeah.
spirituality. Isn't that a wonderful thing?
Yeah.
And during meditation, I remember when I started to get serious about it, and I had this really deep meditation, and then the other part of my mind's like, oh, this is what everybody's talking about. You get that feeling where you're just aham brahmasmi. I am the universe.
Right?
We're all, it's just a beautiful, beautiful feeling. And it's part of what draws us forward to want to even go down this trail, this journey even more, and leave this heavy, heavy negative thought behind us. We have to release that. And that's something that's really important too. you know you breathe in love and light, and you breathe out judgment and negativity. um,
Petunia.
yep, Petunia. Bye, Petunia. I'm going to use that. Bye, Petunia.
Um, I love that. I love that. Ahambrahmasi. I love that.
I
So
do.
when you're in that super conscious, the field of infinite potential,
Hmm.
and there is no time or space, and there is no judgment, and there is only love.
Yeah.
and it's so much fun to find that. And then Petunia comes in, right?
Oh
And she's
yeah.
like,
Oh,
but what about climate change? But what about this? What about that? And yeah,
well, well, we're
it
meant.
happens.
We're human. We're meant. We came here. All of us. Everyone in the chat. Congratulations, everyone. I mean, this is graduate school, and the guides told me you all came here because you recognized the great potential to expand your soul at this time on planet Earth. And all of that is included in this expansion. Seeing climate change and going, oh, wow, how do I take my spirituality and go with this? Well, you go out and you ground with Gaia and you send light to Gaia and you send light and love to humanity and ask for their enlightenment. It's there. The answer is there. We're meant to be human and go through these physical things that are, in fact, frightening, but we can then reach out and expand our aura and know who we are, eternal light beings in these mortal bodies. We've been around, boys and girls. This is not our first rodeo.
Right? Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've definitely done this before.
Yeah.
And everybody here, I would say, has done this before.
Yes.
And we've answered a call. So we're here.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful. Well, I'm so happy that you and I are so simpatico, Terry.
It's nice, isn't it? Oh my. I really, it's really a treasure to get to talk with you and share because
Oh, thanks.
it's
Yeah,
nice when
you too.
people
I'm
go
getting
like this instead of what is she talking about?
well, and it is really easy to go down that fear rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
It is really easy, and we shouldn't judge ourselves for it.
No.
Yeah.
The creator doesn't judge us for it.
Right.
As I said, there's a great deal of understanding from our guides, the creator and our guides and angels, as to the emotions we're going through. But we have to realize too that there's cause and effect. Emotion is energy in motion. So there's cause and effect. And if we entertain that fear and let it be a part of that little tape machine that runs through our mind, then there will be an effect from that. I used to love this. When I was a young girl, we had this pastor in one of our churches, and he had this saying that always stuck with me. You can't stop the birds from flying over your head, but you can stop them from building a nest in your hair.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that comes back to me so often. I'm like, that's right, man. I'm not going with that. I'm not going with that energy.
I love that. That's much nicer than my late husband's was keep it simple, stupid. The
Oh.
KISS principle. But the KISS principle is really good because keeping it simple is the easiest way to do things, isn't it?
It's true. Everything is simple. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We look at it and think, oh my gosh. But I love another thing that Esther Hicks said about Abraham said about going back home to the other side. Said it's like coming up from the bottom of the pool. And immediately I felt that feeling when you're a young kid and you're just learning how to swim and you get down the bottom of the pool and you're like, oh, and you come up, take a deep breath of air, see all your friends hanging out around the pool. That's what it's like. So that's simple. That's simple. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Okay. KISS is a great reminder. Hypnicity, right? Yeah. Keep it simple, sweetheart, Lauren.
There you go.
I love that. That's
I like
better.
that. Yeah.
That's an upgrade. Thank you, Lauren. Okay. Well, let's get to some readings.
All right.
And Rossi's done.
Rossi.
I love a reading.
Now, Rossi, I know you're here. If you want a specific reading about something, maybe put a little note in the chat. Otherwise, you're wide open.
Yeah.
And we can do that. But I love it if you have something specific that maybe has been in the back of your mind, or that you're wondering if you need a specific message from your guides or something like that. That kind of helps a little bit. And if we don't hear anything, we'll just go ahead and read what we get.
Hi, Viviani. Oh, Rossi says she's open to what her guides want to say.
All right, we'll tune into her, guys. I remember now. The guides are reminding me, you read for her and she said she could not connect to her guides. I hope that you're working on that, Rossi, because they're working on it. Okay, let's see what they have to say. Okay, I'm getting that really deep, deep rose pink, which comes in when it's from the guides, and it's tender love. So they're sending you tender love right out of the gate, right out of the gate. I'm hearing the word joy. I'm just give me a minute. I'll try to draw this in. They're saying, work on your joy. Work on your joy. Work on your joy, Rossi. Be silly, be giddy, be free. Ooh. All the things that you are searching for are easily available to you. Don't try so hard. Nothing is being withheld from you. We are here like a song that gets stuck in the back of your head. We are here. We are here with the music of your life. We so love you. We so enjoy you. We so want to play with you. Continue to ask for signs and watch for them, and take joy in them. Take joy in your life. Play with the universe like a child. A child who glows with energy, a child who glows with anticipation of something wonderful coming your way. Ooh. All right. I think that's all I got. Whee.
I love that. I love that because I almost started laughing. Well, I was laughing.
Whee.
So Rossi, your guides are running around you and they're holding hands and they're dancing and they're saying, "Ring around the Rossi."
I love it.
And they do. They want you to find that joy, that childlike wonder and joy in your life.
Yeah.
Also, they're talking about channeling. So they want you to open up to that. Whatever that means to you is okay. That doesn't have to mean that you're channeling a particular person or anything, but just getting messages, because they have a lot of messages to give you.
Do.
And you can do this. You can do this. You've got a talent for it. Something about your soul name. So recognizing who you truly are, your authentic self, and finding your joy, finding what's inside you. And this might be visualizing. So I don't know if you write things down when you find them, and journaling, but visualization techniques, sometimes it can mean drawing. And I know like Annie Bear, she does paintings and poetry. And that's kind of her gig, and it's so beautiful. But Rossi, something about that, putting it on paper. I don't know what that looks like to you. Some people just scribble and they're able
Mhm,
to get a message from the
mhm,
scribble.
mhm.
And I do a lot of that too. So
I do that sometimes too. Yeah, it's interesting. They said the song in the back of your head. You know, everybody thinks that the guides are all serious and holy at all times. Mine aren't. I don't know about you, Terry, but mine aren't. They're very sassy. They're
oh
very.
my God, mine crack me up. They are just always and they're just and they come in with the silly things like the kiss
Yeah,
principle and whatnot, and they are just
yeah. And
yeah.
they love to play, and they love showing us unusual things. Or I don't know. The other morning, I opened the door to see if a package was in, and then here was this beautiful robin mother feeding her little baby, and then there was a spider
Mhm.
that floated by in the air on his web, and I was just like, oh, that is beautiful. And I know that my guide sent me that to get me in that right frame of mind. It was good.
I love that. I love birds.
Yeah, I do too.
Do you wanna pick one? Do you wanna pick one? Can you see the starred?
Can
No.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, okay.
No, I do not. I cannot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
wait. There we go.
Can you see them? Yeah, go ahead and pick one.
I got one. I got one. Let's see. Hmm. That's a toughie. I don't know. I'm just going to kind of quickly, because all of these are really beautiful questions.
Yeah, they are.
Beautiful. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. Let's get this one. This is kind of unusual. I don't know if I can make it come up though. It's I can't actually. Oh, the wonders of tech. It's Michelle Krantz, and I think she's right at the end of the list. So it's just something a little different, and I like that too. Can you see it?
Michelle Krantz,
Yeah,
right at the end.
she's at
Yep,
12:36 my time, which would be 1:36 your time.
got it.
Yeah,
I got you,
that'd be
Michelle.
fun. That'd be
I'd love
fun.
a reading whether or not now is a good time to get a used car.
Let's do it. I'm hearing cards, so I'm going right to my cards. Nice to see you, Michelle. I don't think I've seen you before, and I love your cat.
Michelle, my pendulum likes the idea of you getting one now. So it looks like now's a good time. Should she wait a month?
Hmm.
Should she wait 2 months? I think anytime in the next 2 months, and it really likes that. But I'll go ahead and pull a couple of cards too. You go ahead. You
It's
want to?
interesting. When I close my eyes, I see a woman in a car, but let's see if the cards validate that, because sometimes that's exciting. Oh, duh. Sun card. This is
Oh,
the beauty tarot, by the way. It's one of my favorites because it's so
oh,
pretty.
that is beautiful. Oh, I love that card. The
Yeah.
sunflower.
Yeah. Uh, it's some people say it's the most powerful card in the deck. Good luck, clarity, um, achievement, and it might mean that you might have to do a little work looking for it. Let's see what the next card is. Seven of Pentacle. Okay, now that's like kind of like taking stock. It can also mean investments. So if I put that with this card, and let's see what the third card is. Hard work paying off. That's the Seven of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles.
Wow.
Okay, so let me just have a moment with the guides here. Okay. Yes, you in fact will be getting a new used car. Okay. It's a payoff from the hard work and investments that you've made. But this King of Pentacles, they're telling me, means patience. So be patient. And what I'm hearing is watch for the signs. I'm hearing someone's going to perhaps bring this card to your attention. And don't be hasty. Patience. And that's what I got.
Hi, Terry. We've got another Terry in the house.
What?
I
Awesome.
know it. Terry Suzuki. Nice to see you,
Hi,
dear.
Terry. I'm going to be with Terry on Friday. Can't wait to
Oh,
be with you,
cool.
Terry. The
That's
Psychic
great.
Triad. That's another Terry we have. And her name is Teri Lee as well.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, so I get something big and huge is coming in for you.
Sun card.
Yeah. And so we'll see what that looks like for you. Um, it's going to be security home. I think it's going to be something safe. So I think you're looking for something safe. And also science comes in. So I don't know if you're looking at an EV or something that's not only safe, but also economical.
Cool.
Maybe you've been in a bit of a swamp with having a gas guzzler or something that just sinks all your money, but you're getting out of it. So yeah, I'd say that's really good news. It looks really good.
All right. Keep us posted on that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's totally cool. Totally cool, Mom.
That was fun.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna grab this one up.
Okay.
Tina Marie. My daughter Angela is going through a big transition in her life. How is she doing? What can I help or support her with? So we can that's the perfect way to put that, Tina Marie, because what we can do is read on what you can do to help.
The first word I heard distinctly was pressure. That Angela's, and I believe these things come from your guide. I'm not really reading Angela, but I'm hearing the word pressure. So they want you to be aware of the fact that she's feeling some pressure. I'm going to see if they want to give me specifics. Many sides. So I'm feeling like it's life, relationships, what's in the future. Oh. I got a song. All we need is love. I distinctly heard it. Love, love, love. All we need is love. Pure love is sort of, I'm feeling the feeling that I get from that pure love from the Creator, who listens to me, who understands I'm a human with human challenges, the Creator who knows that I have great potential, that my soul has great potential. Also, they're telling me to tell you, you two decided to come here. You made an agreement. She made the agreement. You made the agreement to be the mother. She made the agreement to be the daughter. That doesn't mean that you are required to tell her what to do. Sometimes just sitting with her, sometimes just listening. And then if you get perhaps a direction that you, or encouragement you could give her, give it with a still small voice. Give it with that love. Keep that love of the Creator in your heart as you try to help her. And I go back to the song, love is the answer. Love is the answer, and they'll see you two through.
I love that. That's beautiful. Well, Tina Marie, big surprise. I get something very, very similar.
Oh, I love it.
Um, so, number one, they're showing me a pearl, the pearl of consciousness, the pearl of love in your heart for your daughter, and how much she loves you. That this is a cord that cannot be broken. This beautiful cord of light between the two of you, and you've done this in other lifetimes. You've come in and you've had situations of growth, or what I like to say, FGOs, effing growth opportunities, right? And you do this with each other, and you stair step off of each other. You know, one person goes through this growth process, and they pull you up, and then the next one pulls the next one up. So, and this is history in your incarnations. Um, it's such a blessing,
Yeah.
and finding all that light. And she really is your blessing, and you are her blessing. And they're saying when you look at her as that blessing. Don't look at her as, oh, poor you, or you're going through this difficult time, and I wish I could help you. And even though you want to help, right? But looking at her as that pearl of light when you see her, and just seeing her light, because she's working on self acceptance right now. I think her petunia, her self judgment probably came out to play. So,
Mhm.
and that is something that's going through with so many people on the planet right now, right? We're judging ourselves like this person's farther along, or oh, what if I don't make it to fifth dimension? There's all these portals coming in. There's all sorts of judgment, but she is a beautiful pearl, and she's right where she's supposed to be. We all are. Um, and her dreams. So her guides are working with her in your dreams, and ask your guides to also. And what they're saying is, you know, if you've got a parent or a grandparent or somebody around, have them work with her as well. I always ask my mom to work with my daughter and my dad to work with my son, just because they had a lot in common, each of them. So, and they're both mini me's. So, of both my
Wonderful.
parents. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So, Tina Marie.
Spirit never ceases to amaze me. I always, before the show, draw a card, an oracle card, and I always ask the guides, give me a card that's either for me or for someone who's going to be in the show. Look what I drew. The
Oh,
pearl.
oh, I love that. That's
And I
so
took this
beautiful.
into my heart and thought, oh yeah. And it mentions this. And because we're running a little low on time, I'm just going to say the thing that stuck out the most is the saying, from grit to grace.
Yeah.
That's what life is sometimes. But I'm going to read this to you, and please try to remember this or write it down. Watch the show later and maybe write it down and give this to her. This is the healing water activation for the pearl. I'm ready to receive the jewels of my life. I'm ready to alchemize my hardships into healing and my grit into grace. Ooh, ooh,
Mhm.
so good.
That is beautiful. I love that. And I love the I ams.
Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Do you want to pick another one? And then
Oh, well, oh. Why don't you? Because I'm going to be messing with these cards. And I'll let you do it. I'll just
okay.
let spirit lead in this moment because we're getting a little late. And
Yeah, we're getting a little late here, guys. So sorry. We talked, and
we talk too much.
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
I
that's
don't
not a
know.
bad
We
thing.
were having fun.
We were.
Okay. Constance Lewis. Hello, everyone. May I have a reading, please?
Hi, Constance.
Hi,
Absolutely.
Constance. Let's make sure. Constance, are you still here? Calling Constance. That's my sister's name. I think that's the most beautiful
Oh, that's
name,
a great
Constance.
name.
Yeah, yeah. Yay, she's
Hey.
here.
All right, Constance.
Bye, Fatima. Good to see you, dear.
Getting that pink, tender love coming from your guides. I feel like there's okay. So they're giving me green, which is a sign of growth. You are reaching out. You are reaching out. Constance, ask and you most certainly will receive. Your life is flowering now. You're coming forth into your own, into your power, your unique contribution to the universe. Ooh. You are truly loved. You are truly and deeply loved. They're saying we want you to work on releasing judging yourself. You're doing very well. You're doing very well. Let go of the past and it will let go of you. Your heart is so playful. I'm hearing set Constance free. Feel free to be yourself. Don't worry. Don't worry. You are a shining star. We see your energies affecting and protecting and leading those around you. You're affecting them in this growth. And then they're showing me the green again, which means that your soul is really growing at this point in time. Okay. And they're kind of directing me back to the Pearl card again. I love it. From grit to grace. So many of us can relate to that. From grit to grace. Like a child learning to walk. We are tenderly watching over you. And yes, you have challenges like a child learning to walk, but you must be allowed to learn. And now you are walking. Now you are growing. Now you are expanding. We've got your back. So don't be afraid. Forgive yourself. See yourself for the beautiful, eternal soul that you are. And so it is. Okay.
Wow, that was amazing. That was amazing. Well, and I was giggling here on the sides because of all the cards I was pulling.
Oh, I love it.
And just boom, 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 boom.
Right. Spirits in the house today.
I guess so. My goodness. First off, Constance, they show, and she says, "Yes, I'm trying to grow spiritually."
I love that.
And yes, I am. That is so true. So, yes, I am so true. Okay. So I pulled playfulness. So, and your guides are showing me you dancing with energy. So I don't know if you're familiar with the whirling dervishes or the Sufis that dance, and they're a part of Islam, a certain sect, but they're that's what Rumi did. Rumi was a whirling dervish. He was a
I
Sufi.
did not know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
and he would twirl around a temple column, a mosque column, and recite poetry, and his scribe would write it down for him. So sometimes when we twirl around like that, we're trying to get rid of things that are old ties, right? Old constructs, old cords that we need to cut. And sometimes we have cords that are still beautiful that we want to keep, right? Like the cord between a mother and a child, or father and a child. So, but being playful, dancing your dance, knowing that there are good things that are there to be kept. Manifesting, you were talking about the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So putting your energy where you want it. The
Mhm.
world's going to give you something. This universe is made of energy.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
have to tell it what you want. You have to
Mhm.
request it. I request the most beneficial outcome to this situation,
Yes.
or whatever we're going through, or something that we might want in our life. And then you get one of my favorite people, Archangel Michael. And he comes in, and Archangel Michael is the angel. Oh, you're manifesting daily.
Oh,
That's amazing,
that's
Constance. I love
awesome,
that.
girl.
Right on target then. Archangel Michael comes in, and Archangel Michael is excellent for protection. He can also give you your own sword. So know that you have that power to slice and dice those cords if you've got old stuff that's holding you back, or old memories that might be giving you grief. You can just slice and dice, and it takes time, right? Because it might keep coming back, and we have to retrain our brains, our emotions, and our spirit. So it's a constant thing, but he's here to protect you, Constance. So I love that card for you. That's amazing. One of my favorite people too.
Oh, beautiful.
Wonderful.
I just love the messages we've had today. They're so right on and so connected. They're good ones.
Yeah, I love it when that happens, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, gosh, moderators, thank you for being here. And Teri Lee, really thank you for being here. What a joy this has been. We're going to have to do this again.
We connected, didn't we?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so. Definitely. And I love the pearl because I have pearls all around my house.
Oh, pearls are so beautiful.
They are. And I collect them, and I put them on all my altars.
Wow.
All my Buddhas wear
The
pearls
message, the
or
message of the
turquoise.
pearl is a beautiful message. It really is. So
It
a
really
great
is.
one to keep in mind.
Yeah. So, for anybody that didn't get their questions answered today, come back. We're going to do this again,
Mhm.
and we'll
We'll
get
be
you
around.
in. Yeah, yeah, we're around. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, and all our new subscribers to both channels. Thank you very
Yes,
much. And if
thank
you haven't
you.
already, subscribe, like, ring that bell, and namaste, everybody. My light sees your light. Bye bye.